As of June 26th at 6:13 p.m., Tower of Fantasy has opened global pre-registrations on various different platforms. This is not for a beta test. This is not for Korea, for China, for Japan. This is specifically for the global incarnation of Tower of Fantasy. Quick shout out to our patrons over on Patreon. This allows you to directly support us if you're interested. Every patron will have their name appear at the beginning of every single YouTube video, and you'll be immortalized in the MMO genre forever. Now, I have covered this game quite extensively. I've covered the PvP, I've covered the PvE, I've discussed my general thoughts on the game. I've discussed everything that the Tower of Fantasy developers did wrong over in China leading up to its global release. I will have links to all of these videos both at the end of the video that you can click via the end screen and in the description and the pinned comment below for those of you that want to prepare yourselves ahead of the game launching. Now, as you can tell on screen, the official website lists every platform the game is now pre-registerable on. Is that even a word? They have the Apple App Store for those of us with iOS devices. They have the Google Play Store for those of us with Android devices. And interestingly enough, this game is also launching onto Steam. It lists the fourth quarter of 2022 on the Steam page. The Epic Store, which it is also releasing onto, lists it as the fourth quarter of 2022 as well. The fourth quarter of 2022, for those of you that are unaware, consists of anywhere between October through December. Yet at the same time, if you navigate on over to our Tower of Fantasy subreddit, which is managed by me and by our community, just FYI, I do want to preface this by stating this is not the official Tower of Fantasy subreddit. There is no official Tower of Fantasy subreddit. This subreddit specifically is for our community. I do want to express that and make that abundantly clear. But if you go on over and navigate to our Tower of Fantasy MMO subreddit, there was a thread made that went on to speculate that the game is launching on August 11th, 2022, at least on Android and iOS devices. Now, whether that is true, whether that is just a placeholder date for mobile devices remains to be seen. This game is, of course, launching onto PC and both Android and iOS devices. If all goes according to plan, this is going to launch completely cross-platform simultaneously, which means that it's not going to launch on one platform before the other. Now, if you navigate back on over to their website, they do once again have pre-registration open with a list of pre-registration rewards. They have rewards for 500,000, 1 million, 1.5 million, 2 million, and 2.5 million players. Now, given the fact that there have been millions of views to my Tower of Fantasy videos, I'm going to go under the impression here and assume that there are going to be millions of players pre-registering for this game. I would genuinely be surprised if that is not the case. Now, admittedly, the pre-registration rewards don't seem bad. I see that they are providing both the black nuclei, which are easily obtainable in game, and the gold nuclei, 10 of them if we reach 2.5 million pre-registrations, which really isn't actually that much given how frequently you come across and can accumulate both black and gold nuclei within the game, which is one of the things that both MRSSSTIX and I were pleasantly surprised to see, how easy it was to actually earn both the base and the premium gacha currency within the game itself. Now, they also mentioned over on the Japanese Twitter that there are good things coming tomorrow. So let's go to bed early. Now, this in specific was linked to me because the Tower of Fantasy Japanese Twitter account has something big to announce sometime on the 27th of June in local Japanese time. It's the 26th right now, 6:20 p.m. So that's going to be at any point between now and tomorrow for us. This video is going to go up within the next 30 minutes or so of me recording this, and I will have an updated video with whatever the Japanese Tower Fantasy Twitter announces, whatever they reveal coming hopefully sometime tomorrow. But either way, this game right now has a release date scheduled for the 4th quarter of 2022 on the Epic Games Store, a 4th quarter 2022 release date on Steam, and potentially an August 11th release date on mobile platforms. Again, that is pure speculation that has not been confirmed, but it is launching on every major platform. It's unconfirmed if they're also going to have their own separate client that is going to be unlinked and disconnected from the Epic Games Store and the Steam client, or if they're all kind of going to function in unison with one another. I guess we're gonna have to wait for further clarification from Hada, from Level Up Infinite themselves. But this is great news, because admittedly, the more platforms this launches onto, the more players will be actively playing it, and the more popular this game will be. Now again, you can click either of the videos on screen right now for all of the information you need pertaining to this game.